I'm going to make another video for you showing you what else the cheat button can do. I'm assuming you've already watched the prior video that showed a very simple example where the cheat button was pressed just one time. This is going to be an example where the cheat button is pressed multiple times, okay? So let's, everything is the same as before. The numbers are the same as before, so I'm going to press the Start Diet button here. It just asks me the same questions. Okay, my current base weight is 265.4. My target weight is 185 pounds, and it's 3 years in the future, the same as before. Okay, so I'm going to press yes, and it calculates, and I start the diet. So, excuse me, I'm just going to advance somewhat into the future here. You can remember that last time we cheated on Christmas Day. So I'm going to do something different here. I'm just going to advance into the new year. I'm just going to go past the subscription there. And okay, now we're into 2018. And let's say that we have a situation where I'm going away on a holiday weekend, okay? So here's a day where I'm not supposed to eat, okay? I haven't gone away on the holiday yet, okay? But, okay, let's say that I've been on the diet and I've been making these goals. So, as you recall, my base weight was 265.4 and my base weight should now be down to 262.6 or less, okay? And let's say I've been making these goals all along. So, now we go to, let's say today this is a day where I'm supposed to eat, and I do in fact eat on this day. And let's say this is a Thursday, okay? I'm not sure what it is in reality, but let's assume it's Thursday. And I'm going away on a 3-day weekend. I'm going to be gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday on a little holiday, okay? So I'm eating on day 38, Thursday, okay? So then I'm going to press this button here, and now here I'm not supposed to be eating this day, okay? But this is, let's say my holiday starts on this day, okay? Well, you know, let's say that, you know, I'm expected to be eating while I'm on this holiday. I'm on this holiday with other people, and these other people are eating, and you know, I want to eat with them while I'm on this 3-day holiday. Well, in this case, here's what we would do in that situation. I would press this button here, the red cheat button. Today I want to eat, okay? So it's going to ask me, are you really sure you want to do this? And I would say yes. I'm going to press the yes button. So as you know from watching the last video, this means that the diet is basically frozen at this point in time, okay? And the weight loss goal that it's publishing on my daily directions is not going to go down until I confirm that I've reached that weight again. So remember, last time we only pressed that button once, but here's what we're going to do this time. That was the Friday, the first day of this weekend. So now I'm going to press next day, and this would be the second day of my holiday weekend, and I'm going to want to eat this day also, okay? So I'm going to press this red button a second time. I'm going to eat on this day also. And then it's going to ask me again to confirm. And I'm going to say yes. Okay? So we've now pressed that cheat button 2 days in a row. Now, here's what it looks like over on the schedule. As you remember, the schedule always publishes the last few days, okay? So you can see there we are, January the 5th. That was a normal day to be eating, okay? And on January 6th, day 39, we pressed that cheat button. And on day 40, we also pressed that cheat button. So now we've eaten 3 days in a row, okay? And it's also going to show on our history. See? There was the day we were eating once we made that profile weight. And now we've pressed the cheat button on day 39, and we pressed it on day 40. So I'm going to go back to viewing the directions. Here we are. This is still Saturday, and now I'm going to move forward to the Sunday. Okay, so here I am. let's assume this is a Sunday and this is the third and final day of my 3-day weekend holiday. And I want to eat this day also. So I'm going to press yes, cheat. I'm going to press the red button right here. Yes, today I want to cheat. And I'm going to confirm, yes, I am cheating today. Okay, so now I've cheated 3 days in a row. I'm going to move forward 1 day here to the next day. And as you can see in the schedule, 4 days of eating in a row. Okay, now that is going to really, really mess up your diet because you've gotten into a pattern of, eating 1 day and not eating the next. Eating 1 day, not eating the next. And it's been highly effective. If you follow that pattern, it will be highly effective. But now, there's a price to be paid for pressing this cheat button 3 times like this, okay? It's going to send your weight up a lot, okay? I would, from personal experience, I'd say you will instantly lose. Just on that weekend, you're probably going to lose a month of progress, if not more, okay? If your goal was to lose, at this pace, 3 or 4 pounds a month, you're gonna send it up by that and more, okay? So what do we do about that, okay? Looking at today's directions, well, immediately, okay, you get back from the holiday, you got to get back on that plan of alternate eating days and non-eating days as soon as possible. That is the most important thing, okay? So this is a non-eating day, okay? First day back, you're not eating this day, okay? Now I'm going to go to the next day, and here we get the familiar message that we saw in the last example. It says you've recently cheated on your diet, okay? It's going to be tougher to make the profile weight goals published on this page down below where you can see base weight 262.6. And by the way, if we look at history, okay, 262.6, that's going to be the last weight. See? Here we cheated, and here the base weight goal was 262.6. So it's frozen, okay? It's not going down because we've cheated. So you're not, I can tell you right now, you're not making these profile weight goals below. It's just not going to happen, okay? When you press the cheat button multiple times in a row like that, okay, you're not only are you not going to be able to make that goal, but it's going to take you quite a while to get back, and it's going to take much more effort than it normally would. Usually, on the days you eat, you can basically eat whatever you want, as much as you want, okay? Now, you're actually going to have to work for it, okay? Even on the days you're eating. The goal is you want to get your weight down to where it was as quickly as possible. Don't let it drag out, okay? Because that's when you get discouraged and you may give up on this diet, and you don't want that to happen, okay? So, pressing that button like that, you might lose 10 to 14 days, okay? But the important thing is that you get back on that diet, that you had your holiday, that you had your fun, but now it's time to get serious again, and you want to force that weight down as quickly as you can. So once again, as I said before, this is how you deal with this. If you can't make these weight targets below, okay, then you wait as long as you can. You do 3 things. You wait as long as you can in the day to start eating, okay? And you eat lightly, lighter than you normally would, and you avoid those snacks, okay, that you may normally be eating on your eating days. And you go to bed a little earlier, okay? You limit the number of hours that you can eat, and the hours you do eat, you eat much more sensibly than you normally would on your eating days, okay? So, if you normally start eating it, you've been eating it starting at 10 in the morning or 10:30 in the morning, maybe now you start at 2 in the afternoon, or you know what? Maybe you push it all the way, okay? You 3 in the afternoon, or maybe you can go the whole day. Maybe you can go to work on your eating day and you're busy at work, no time to eat, and you go the whole day and you go home and you eat your dinner, okay, at 5:30 or 6 o'clock. Maybe that's what you do. That would be best, okay, if that's what you can do. So basically, you've now gone a day and a half without eating. I don't want you to go 2 days without eating, okay? Don't go to bed hungry 2 days in a row. You don't want to do that. You want to eat something today, but you want it to be as little as possible on your eating day so that you can get your weight back down to where it should be, okay? So I'm going to advance here a number of days because I'm going to assume that you can't make this target. We're on day 43 right here, okay? I'm going to advance to day 53, okay? I'm going to press this next day button 10 times. Watch. Next day. And I'm not pressing I'm not pressing either of these red buttons here. Okay, we're going to advance to day 53, and you'll notice the base weight target has still not gone down. It's still 262.6, okay? So, let's look at our history. Here we are on day 53. Okay, what day did we cheat? We cheated on these days 39 through 41, okay? It's now 12 days since we cheated. So, and this is what it takes. It may take you 2 weeks after cheating, pressing the cheat button 3 times in a row. It may take you 2 weeks to get back to where you were. That's just the way this diet works, and that's totally normal, okay? So I'm going to press it a couple more times, okay? Let's say that we got close to these target weights, but not quite. So one more day, okay? And I'm going to press next day one more time, and finally, okay? 2 weeks later, okay? You're at maybe you're at work and you step on the scale at 2 in the afternoon, and finally you're in your work clothes, okay, that are associated with this profile. You're at work, you step on the scale at 2 in the afternoon, and finally, for the first time in 2 weeks, you're 265.2 or less, okay, according to that number that's right there. And now finally you can press this red button, I reached the weight displayed above. And what you're confirming to the app is, I finally made it back to the weight I was before I started cheating, okay? I'm back on track, okay? And that signals the app that it can start moving the weight goals lower again. So I press the red button, and it says, please confirm that you have reached 262.6 pounds, and it's referring to the base weight profile, of course. And I press yes. Okay. So it says, congratulations on making it back. It took 17 days. We just wasted 17 days by pressing that cheat button 3 times on a 3-day weekend and eating 4 days in a row. But that's what you have to be prepared to deal with, okay? That's totally normal. When you press that cheat button a few times like that, expect to lose a couple of weeks. And that's fine, I mean, you got to live your life. You got to have a little fun, okay? So go out on your holiday weekend and eat and use that cheat button for what it was designed for. I put it in there so that you could cheat on your diet, so that you could go away on a holiday weekend once in a while and eat three or 4 days in a row, okay? But then when the holiday's over, get serious again, get more serious than normal about it, okay? And get it down as fast as you can. So now, once again, you'll recall in my last example, my last video, I pressed the keep same target date button, okay? I wanted to keep the same target, eventual target in 2020 of November the 29th. And I said to you at that time, it may not seem like a big deal, but if you do this often enough and you lose too many days, then it will become impossible to, okay, even though it's a long way out, okay? So It's up to you. But if you want to make your diet slightly easier, you move that date back by 17 days, okay? If you want to stick to your original goal, I will be 185 pounds on November the 29th, 2020, then you press keep same target date and it'll stay the same. But if you know, you can only do that so many times. You can only waste so many days before you have to push that date back, or it will because if you keep the same weight goal on the same day and you waste, the more days you waste, the more you have to lose on the days where you're actually dieting, okay, to make up for it. So I just to show you an example, I'm going to press move back, okay? So here I am pressing the new move back button, and now it does a new set of calculations based on my answer, okay? It incorporates my answer into that, okay? So now I'm going to move forward, okay, to day 56. And okay, this is a non-eating day, but I want to show you something, okay? We're going to look at the schedule, and I'm going to quickly scroll down to the very end. Watch. And there we are, okay? Remember how the initial goal was my last day was going to be day 1097, November the 29th. That's what we initially put in as the last day of the diet 3 years into the future. Well, we just cheated and we just told the app that we wanted to move the date back by 17 days. Okay, so that's exactly what it did. It moved it back by 17 days, and now the last day is scheduled to be December the 16th, 2020. We've added 17 days to the back end of the diet, and the goal is still 185 pounds, okay? The target weight goal has not changed. It's still 185, but only the date has changed. And of course, the math calculations to get us to that point have also changed, okay? That tiny little fraction that it calculates every day that you need to be losing every other day, every second day, that is affected by the math calculations and the eventual date, because it needs to do the calculations in such a way that we get to exactly 185 on December the 16th. So that's what it's doing there, okay? And we can look at the history, okay? And there we are, okay? That's the day we pressed that button. I reached the weight displayed above. So just to review, okay? Here we are. Day 38 was the day before we cheated, and we were, let's assume we made the weight goal, okay? We were in our winter clothing, and we made that weight goal of 265.8 pounds on that day. And then we went away, we ate that day, and then we went away on a holiday and pressed that cheat button 3 times. So when the holiday was over, we got back to not eating every other day. So we didn't eat that day. We did eat this day, but the base weight goal and all of these target weights here, they didn't go down until we pressed that red button a second time, okay? Base weight 262.6, 262.6. You can see the base weight and all of those weights, they don't go down. 262.6, still the same. And here it's still 262.6, and on today, we finally got back to where we were the day before we first pressed that cheat button, okay? And it tells me that I pressed that button to indicate to the app that I reached the target weight displayed above on this day. And then now the diet resumes, okay? And of course, I would have to go to the daily directions, and as you can see, when we move forward, okay, now we've moved down. Now the goal is, the base weight goal is 262.4, 262.2, 262.0, 262.0, 261.8. So you can see the app freezes that weight goal from the time you first press that cheat button until the time that you tell the app that you've gotten back to the weight you were, the weight goal that you were before you first pressed that cheat button. And then once you do that, it starts the app again reducing the weight every other day so that you can continue to drive your weight lower and lower, okay? So this is the second example I've now given of the cheat button and how to use it and on a video. I'm going to make a third and final video of how to use that cheat button where, well, just watch the video and you'll see what we do, because it will be the most complicated situation yet of using the cheat button, but I'll make it easy for you, and I just want to show you how much power and control that cheat button allows you to have.